If God is unchanging and God the Father is the same in both Testaments, why do we see harsh judgment in the Old Testament, mercy through Jesus in the New Testament, and very little divine judgment today?
Okay, God is good in the Old Testament and God is good in the New Testament. His goodness is revealed through his justice and his goodness is revealed through his love and mercy. And that is consistent throughout the entire Bible. One of the most beautiful descriptions of the love of God is the Old Testament book of Hosea. Hosea is married to a woman named Gomer. Gomer begins to play the prostitute. And one day, Hosea is holding their little baby, their newborn baby in his hands, and all of a sudden he begins to realize, I ain't the daddy. I am not the daddy of this little baby. He's holding his second baby in his arms. He's looking at kid's face, and all of a sudden he realizes, I ain't the daddy. My wife's been messing around. And it gets so bad that Hosea has to go down to the slave market to barter against other men to buy back his wife. He outbids the other men, he buys his wife back, and as they're walking home, he says, Gomer, you're no longer going to play the prostitute. You're going to be my faithful wife. And God is banging on Hosea's head. Buddy, do you know the pain that you experience over your wife's sexual unfaithfulness? Well, that's like the pain I experience because human beings who I created to live in a relationship of love with me have been unfaithful to me and rebelled against me. That, sir, is one of the most poignant descriptions of the love of God anywhere in the Bible. Now, what about the New Testament? Yeah, it talks about the love of God. Who talked more about hell than anybody in the whole Bible? Jesus did. Why does Jesus talk about hell? For the same reason that a doctor looks me in the face and says, Cliff, it's cancer. He doesn't say, Cliff, it's cancer because he hates me. He cares about me, and he knows if it's cancer, Cliff, you're going to do something about this sucker, otherwise it's going to take your life. So when Jesus warns about hell, he's not motivated by hatred. He's motivated by love. He says, watch out, there's a train coming down the track, and it's going to run you over. Allow me to save you. Allow me to do something for you that you can't do for yourself. So the Bible is horribly consistent. God is just and he's loving. And the justice and love of God meet perfectly at the cross of Christ. It's a bloody, messy scene. He's bleeding and dying to pay the penalty for our sin. But he's doing it because he loves us and wants to forgive us. But forgiveness is not cheap. Forgiveness is not, oh, Hitler, you murdered a few million Jews. It's okay. We'll just sweep it under the rug and act like it never happened. No, that's not forgiveness. That's excusing. God is just. The penalty for sin is death. Christ takes that penalty in his body on the cross. And God is loving. He takes it himself, sacrifices